Thank you.
Sure. Morning, Ruan. Good to see you and well done on the man of the match Saturday. Just from your side, I mean, there's a lot of competition, a lot of youngsters gunning for your positions at the moment there in the second row. How's that competition been, and has that been part of what spurred you on your form on Saturday?
Hi, Brendan. Yeah, thanks. No, definitely we have I think that's one of the benefits playing in a club like this. The competition we have amongst each other we have good competition. I won't say that's necessarily what spurred me on, but it is good to have competition like that, and it keeps you on your toes. And obviously, you can't get complacent during the season. We're actually grateful for the competition, to be honest.
You guys seem to enjoy the 2 o'clock kickoffs. Obviously, it works to your advantage with the altitude and the weather and that. Are you glad it's another 2 o'clock on Saturday?
Yeah, no, it's obviously 2 o'clock on the after, so it's tough. Not only for the opposition, but we definitely also feel it a bit. But I mean, we'll take any little bit, anything that helps. So, and yeah, playing at 2 o'clock is definitely one of those things.
And just, I mean, you guys, obviously Benetton's coming now. The pressure's on to the second last week of competition. You know, you need a win. You need the 5 points. How's the pressure been in the camp, and you guys looking forward to the game?
Yeah, we're looking forward to Benetton. We know they're going to be a quality side. So for us, the next 2 games we have before we get into knockout stages, we want to get maximum points. But yeah, we'll take it week by week, and we're just focusing on Benetton this weekend. I won't say there's unnecessary extra pressure on this weekend. It's just to focus on us and to make sure that we get the job done on the weekend.
Cheers. Good luck.
Thanks,
Cool.
Brendan.
Thanks, Brendan. Carl?
Thanks for the opportunity, everyone. What do you expect from Benetton on Saturday?
Carl, yeah, we expect a physical game from Benetton. Like I said, they're a quality team, and they obviously fight like we saw on the weekend. They play a 80-minute game. So physicality, they keep on coming, and yeah, obviously they have a bit of flair on them. So yeah, we'll just make sure that we prepare well for both of that.
And how difficult is it to prepare, especially seeing what you did during the last 20-odd minutes against Glasgow, fading away? How are you going to stop it?
It's just for us. I think it's more a mental thing than anything else. It's just to make sure that we mentally everyone on the same page. So we'll take the week as is, and we'll do our best to prepare, and then just keep in the back of the minds what happened this weekend, and make sure that we don't fall into that trap again.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Carl.
Thank you, Carl. Heinz?
Ron, thanks for the opportunity, and well done on last weekend. Ron, I just wanted to ask you, I mean, you've obviously always had the height and the physical attributes to it, but when you left for Japan, just before COVID, or during COVID actually, you were more renowned as a loose forward, particularly a blindside and eighth man and stuff. So to some observers in South Africa, it was interesting to say the least, that you came back to the Bulls and slotted in, in that very robust number 4 lock position. Now, I know there's not a lot of difference nowadays anymore between number 4 and number 5, but I was just wondering, was that initially a bit of an adjustment for you again, to be in that position?
Yeah, Heinz. I won't say it was because I played locked in Japan. So I went. The 2 seasons I played in Japan I think I played 1 game, maybe on loose forward, and the next 2 seasons was basically on lock. So I won't say it was a big adjustment, but obviously the styles are just a bit different playing there and playing here. But it's one that I think fit me quite well. So I'm happy to be playing lock now. So yeah.
A lot of people found it interesting, that at a relatively young age, actually, you hadn't even actually really played consistently for the Lions. I mean, in terms of being selected in the starting lineup and that thing, and you went with the opportunity to go and play under your former coach, Johan Ackerman. At that age, what was the benefits, or what did you learn of actually going to Japan and then almost returning to South Africa, some would say, in your prime years?
Yeah, how can I say it? It was obviously external factors as well for me to go to Japan. It wasn't just about the rugby. There was stuff going on in my personal life as well that made me decide to go to Japan. Yeah, I learned a lot of being able to actually being coached under Coach Johan. Being able to work with him. And for him, he used to play obviously for the Springboks lock. Then the stuff that he taught me that I could implement in my game and bring it back to South Africa. That was a huge benefit for me. And the coaches there, Coach Neil and Coach Rory, we used to work with them back in South Africa. But I think the big thing for me was being able to be with Coach Juan and learning from him.
And then just lastly from my side, Ruan, do you feel privileged that at a relatively young age, you've been able to experience so many different competitions? Actually, you started out in Super Rugby, Currie Cup, went to Japan for 2 years, and then come back, in the thick of South Africa, making their move, to the north.
Oh yes, Hans, definitely. If you just look like a normal rugby player career, if you fortunate enough to play in 2 or 3 big competitions, that's quite something special. So to be able to do that at that age it's really special for me, and I feel definitely privileged. The 2 years in Japan for me was, I only have good things to say about that 2 years, and I think I learned a lot. Yeah, I was very fortunate, and I was very grateful to be able to be part of that.
Thank you, Ruan.
Thanks, Heinz.
Thanks, Heinz. Warren.
Thanks, Lunga. Hi, Ruan. You
Hi.
mentioned Johan. Is there any other past or present locks that influenced your career over the years that made you help you get to that where you are today?
Well, obviously, growing up, players like Victor and Bakkies being role models for me. Never got the opportunity to work with them or anything, but being able to work with Coach Johan was quite something special. And obviously, Coach Andries now, he used to be one of the best locks in South Africa, and he also has a massive influence on the way that we do stuff. So, yeah, I would definitely say Coach Andries at the moment plays a huge role. Yeah.
Thanks, Ruan. All the best.
Thanks, Warren.
Cool. Thanks, Warren. Brendan, you covered. Carl, you covered. Heinz, you happy?
Thank you, Lunga.
Thanks,
All
Lunga.
right, cool. Thank you, everybody. Can I ask that you please check your email inboxes?